I completed my armor setup. I now have an actual fine steel helmet. I did that off screen because all it really required is I looked up a mine that had silver ore in it, and I went and I collected silver ore from that mine. So that's really all you're missing was me doing that. Let's see here. Okay. When your fever increases, first get Mally. Once it hits 100%, you die.
As if I didn't tell them that already. Apples, dates, bananas.
Let's see here. I actually want to eat some food really quick. Here, I think I've got some crusty bread.
Fruits right from
That'll be
the
plenty
farmer's
for what I need to do right now. I should try to look into seeing what other kinds of foods I could make. I haven't done that yet. I've just kind of like existed. But I did that grinding off screen because I wanted us to focus on being able to do some quests. And so we are currently set up to actually do some quests now.
Walk blessed.
And so the first quest that I'm looking to do is going to be the Art Gallery.
What?
We need to figure out why it's going to close soon.
Walk blessed, my friend. You look disheartened. And I have just the right thing for you. A visit to our gallery. Dozens of beautiful paintings by different artists, each of them a treat for the eye. Come now, for tomorrow you may not have a chance. No? I thought so. Then have a nice day. That's one way to put it. Truth be told, if the Golden Sickle doesn't decide to leave a barrel full of coin on our doorstep tomorrow, we won't be able to pay rent much longer. Especially now that my esteemed mother has decided to play hermit. Wow. Listen to me. A month ago, I would have been too proud to admit this. Now I shouted at a complete stranger.
Where's your mother have to do with this?
Our best-selling painter, to be precise. Some people even came from other countries to see her portraits. At least before the war.
Really? What makes her painting so special?
It's hard to describe. She's portrayed half of Ark's nobility by now. At least that's what it feels like. And she does it. The paintings are just so intense. I don't know how else to put it.
Ow.
That's why people are willing to pay a fortune for it. It's crazy if you think about it.
Your mother plays hermit. What do you mean by that?
Well, what I said. For months, she's not reacted to our letter, nor sent one herself. And what's worse, she hasn't sent us any new paintings. Which is one of the reasons why this place isn't going so well. And in case you wonder why we just don't visit her, my mother was always a little special. And where she resides reflects that. The Dark Valley.
I see. You know what? I get around quite a bit. Maybe I could pay the Dark Valley a visit and see if your mother's all right.
You do that. That's quite the offer, to be honest. A word of warning in advance. I cannot paint. That is, unless you're interested in a painting from Prince Myth. But I warn you, they're as bad as his poems.
Don't worry about it. As I said, I get around.
A little detour in a place swarming with undead eager for your blood. Right. I hope you know what you're doing. I really do. But still, I guess I'm too selfish to decline your offer. It's worth a try. My mother and I, we don't exactly have a good relationship. But still, I need to know she's all right. You said you travel a lot, so you have a map with you, right? Show me. So there you go. That's where her hut should be, at least approximately. Good luck, and thanks.
That is also a 3-star quest. So Once again, incredibly dangerous.
Yes. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I figured that was going to be owned. Can't get a free night's sleep anywhere in the city. You gotta pay the money. Now, I have a decent amount of money, so that's not the end of the world, but, gotta pay the money. I might do a couple of wanted quests just to get a little extra scratch around town. Let's see here. 200 pennies, yep. Malice was a stowaway who hid himself in a ship from Enderal. Hey, that was me. He was discovered in the harbor, overwhelmed the captain of the ship, and killed 3 recruits of the city guard. That was not me. On his way through the city, only to hole up in the Undercity. I have to kill him to receive the bounty. There are 200 Endelarian pennies issued upon his death. 2-star quest. I can do 2 stars.
Fruits, vegetables, bread, fresh from the...
Yes?
Let's see, do I have to go somewhere to hunt him down? The Strangler. I guess this is how you get to the Undercity. Entrance to the Undercity discovered, yep. Seems like every time I come down here, I have to start out with a mage light. Yeah, the Undercity is very... My sir. It's like, that is my least favorite read in this entire thing. So many characters say it, and I think it's the same, like, voice actor every single time. But it's one of the most common lines in the entire thing.
People just don't relish. They know why we're here.
The Shadow.
Let me go ahead and pull out another mage light really quick. If I'm gonna be going in here, I also should throw on a divine shield.
Someone's out there. You'll fucking burn for this, I swear. Shit. You mean business, don't ya?
You say as you fall over dead. I do mean business, sir, and you are already at the business end. I will take your iron ore, as I can use that to make more steel. Some spare parts. Feed order. Nab that book. Books always sell for a decent amount. Heavy leather's really not worth a whole lot, but I'll take it anyway. Because I'm right here in the city. And where was the other guy that I killed? Lockpicking book. Blueprint for steel shield. I already know how to make those. And the shield that I have now is already better. Firm leather's pretty good, and I'll take the steel war axes as well. And I'm almost maxed out on weight now. I really don't need to be doing any more, like, searching. I'm already very close to death. I'll head out from the old waterworks. Because there's definitely some more guys down there that I could fight, but it is more beneficial for me to just go ahead and leave and collect my earnings. Possibly get a night's rest at the inn. Come back. Or not come back, but do another quest somewhere else. Are there any signposts down here to make my journey a little bit faster? I suppose I'm already right here. Right, maybe I'm not. Maybe I don't know where I am. Maybe I do need that marker after all.
Some people just don't know their path.
Here we go. Why is it taking me through the old waterworks still? I took down my target, didn't I? Yeah, I already killed him. So I don't know why it's trying to take me back through the waterworks.
Penny, my son. Please, just one penny.
Oh, here we go. Signs. Here we go. Path abiding idiots. Well, we can use the sign to get back to the marketplace at least.
My sir?
I'm only 11 experience points away from leveling up.
That's just how they are.
She should have seen that coming. I always told her.
It's not as if I didn't tell them already.
Rune battle axe, rune bow, rune shield. Yeah, I don't want to do anything with those, but I'll dismantle those.
Well,
And then let's see here. I could make some more stuff. I've already got a fine steel helmet though. I've already got fine steel everything that I need actually. I believe I made I believe I made it a point to say that the gauntlets are actually the easiest thing for me to make that's actually worth something. Let's grab a little extra HP. I level up. And we can invest my memory point in, let's see here. What do I want to invest my memory point in? I have shield wall now. What does firm state do? When you are solely wearing heavy armor, the chance that your enemies can stagger your attacks is lowered. That's pretty good. Arrow wall. Arrows you intercept with your shield won't do any damage from now on. That's pretty good. I can't do that yet, but make you nearly invulnerable to physical damage for a short time. I think I'm gonna grab this though because it increases my one-handed damage by a little bit. Power attacks with one-handed weapons consume 25% less stamina. But now that I've invested that, my steel sword now deals 22 instead. Oh yeah, Y to get out of here. What button do I press? We should find out what I need to fix up my guy. My souls. Because I have an extra soul as well, and I could maybe make a better amulet now as well. Like, I am relying on an older amulet, like the very beginning game amulet, for my summon. When I probably don't need to. I could probably grab a better amulet at this point. Still, where am I going? It's the bank. I have still like, in this exact moment, I still don't know how to get to the, there is a door to get into the Dancing Nomad from the market. I have yet to find it. I spend so much time running around looking for it, and I just can't find it every single time, so it's easier for me to just come through here and stay. Because the Dancing Nomad's actually right over here, I believe. Wait, am I in the foreign quarter? This isn't the foreign quarter, is it? This is the market, but I don't think I'm in the foreign quarter right now. I think that might be in a different area. Yeah, that was the barrack quarter. Not what I wanted.
Be careful, my sir. The streets aren't safe at this hour.
Let's go to the foreign quarter. So I can stay the night.
Greetings. Huh?
Move along.
Yeah, you should go to this one.
Malfash's blessings. And our room's looking for you. Good. We'll open up the room for you. And
all right.
Please, no shady business. We walk the righteous path in here and don't want any trouble.
Yes, I can make. So that's cabbage, potato, leek, and tomato makes the vegan soup.
Malfash's blessings.
Anything else that I can make without having to get my hands on a whole lot of extra stuff or any salt? Salt is always the hardest thing that I can get.
May your path always.
It's always the hardest thing to find is these salts for these meats. Yeah, 90% of everything that you can make includes needing salt, and I just don't have salt.
Evening.
Me, stew, roast pork.
Sleep for 10 hours. And we'll begin our next hunt.
Anyone?
Hard times these are. Hard times.
Foreign quarter.
Yes.
I can't just jump straight out to the market, and that's what I'm gonna do. Oh, that's still foreign quarter. I thought one of these entrances was from the market. Could I be wrong? Is it always just the foreign quarter? Oh well. I thought for sure that you could get to it from the market. Maybe that's why I could never find the entrance. Is because it was always not there. Because in fact you can only get here via the foreign quarter.
You're a foreigner, aren't you? I wish I'd have crossed the Red Sea once, or seen Kira, the Grand Bazaar.
Let's see here. Back to the marketplace to get my next job. Make a little extra money. Possibly gain some more skill books for my one-handed. Or maybe my block, since I have to get both up if I'm going to use sword and shield. Alright. hunting down another individual. This time it's worth 250 pennies. While I'm gone...
Hello.
First off, how far away do I have to go for this guy? Ooh, wow. Wild Mage as well. I could take the Myra Tower to the coast. While I'm at it, though, I wonder, can I get my hands on, or make myself some potions?
That already. They just sit on their asses and hope things settle themselves. Idiots.
I don't have any of my ingredients on me. I gotta... Let's do a quick switch. First off, I think I'm still, like, damn near about to burst with inventory. So let's fix that really quick by dumping all of my blueprints. All of my ingots and ores and leathers. I don't need to be carrying them around. Nails as well. Spare parts. I'm almost out of spare parts. Yeah, I need to figure out how to do anything with Ruger One Eye's thing, because having him as a summon would probably be pretty nice. I need to sell those amethysts and stuff. And then while I'm here, let's go ahead and gather up all of my ingredients. Really a horrifying sound.
Well, there's a point.
We all lose my easy on the scope.
What can I make?
Why is that stuff so expensive?
Yeah, as if.
I cannot make any resist magic right now. I have lavender, but I don't have any other stuff. I can make some restore health while I'm here, though. Can't make any ambrosia, though, because while I have some peace weed, I don't have anything else. And it's not really worth it to get that.
That's just how it is.
Well then, do I have any resist magic potions on me? I figure I always tried to at least keep some of those with me, but I may have just gotten rid of them, because whatever. That's fine. I think a lot of things that can be made with, wheat. I know wheat was really good in Skyrim for being a healing potion thing, because not only did it make healing potions, but if you combined it with red mountain flower or blue mountain flower, which was like incredibly abundant.
Yes.
Oh, I need to be headed to the Myra Tower, that's right. I want to go ahead and drop off 500 pennies worth of... referring to IRL. Yeah, wheat is actually used in a lot of things, because, well, I don't know how much wheat itself is, but when you grind it down into flour, flour is used in like 90% of recipes. Which is why it's so dangerous for people who are gluten intolerant. I want to go ahead and drop off some money at the bank so it'll start accruing interest again. Oh, right. Still haven't figured out how to...
Sir?
Ah, here we go. I think this is how I do it. All of these vault doors are not what I'm looking for.
Greetings.
I'm looking for where I can deposit my own money. That's why I have access to this area, right? Because these are the vaults, but I think I can make a deposit. Where's the deposit section? Because, yeah, the bank's not open right now, but, The whole point is that I should be able to make my own deposits whenever I want. No, I don't want to get in there then. I don't want.
Yes?
Well, he's here now, so I guess it doesn't matter.
How may I be of service? Of course.
Flour, bread, cake, dough, cookies, Danish, donuts, strudel, candy. When is it used in candy? I mean, maybe. I don't know. I want to go ahead and drop off 500.
A wise decision. Walk blessed, my sir. How can Sylvan and...
Yeah, see, I've got a decent amount now in there. And it's 5% interest every day, I think? Or at least that's what it looked like it was doing. So every day that I spend in-game, I get 5% interest back on the money that's in the bank. So I'd like to accrue a large amount of wealth in the bank.
Hungry for arcane secrets? I have books, scrolls, potions, anything.
Actually, yeah, now that the shops are open.
Sure, take a look.
Do you have any? No, you don't. That's a shame. The salt would be okay as well, but you don't really have what I'm looking for. I could attempt. Well, I don't have any money on me. I don't have the money for that, but.
Blast.
Things are great, Starlo. How are things for you? Still working most days, but you know, that's how it is. I actually go into work today, but I normally go in at 1, and I get to go in at 1:30 today, so a little bit later. That's good to hear. I did have, I had an interesting customer the other day. So we have a system called curbside pickup, where you can basically buy the items online, like on our website, but instead just choose to pick them up. Most places at this point have. Whoops, I didn't mean to put that away. Most places now have some form of curbside pickup at this point, just because it's incredibly common to do now. Yeah, your job has that. So yeah. So you know the idea. So we have curbside pickup, and one of my customers, one of our customers ordered curbside pickup, right? We have to find the item, we have to go scan the item, and it won't let us scan the wrong item, so that we're guaranteed to make sure that we grab the correct item. And I think that's a pretty standard thing, right?
Sure, take a look.
But I go there and I'm doing a curbside pickup. I grab or somebody has gotten the items. Right? Like it's a relatively, obviously there are ways to spoof it, but it's a relatively foolproof system when everybody is playing by the rules, which we do, because why would we ever attempt to personally screw that up?
If it's clam and fish you seek.
I got a customer who got a curbside pickup, and I went to go deliver it to their car. And I got there, and he checks the items, and he goes, "No, this isn't right." And I was like, "Well, that's weird, because it can't not be right." But sure, what's the issue? I'll never be the kind of person that's just gonna sit there and tell a customer straight up no. So I'm like, "All right, well, what was the issue? What happened? Why was it wrong?" And he's like, "This item, it was shampoo and wash and some lotion. The shampoo and wash was lightly scented. The lotion was fragrance free." He says that the shampoo and wash was supposed to be fragrance free, and he points out that he has a bottle at home, or he points out there's a tiny little logo on the side that says new item or something like that. It says new item, lightly new scent, new light fragrance or something like that on the side, right? And so he goes to look at it, and he ends up or he tries to show it to me, and he says yeah, this is not right because it's supposed to be fragrance free. I've seen the bottle, I've seen it in your shop, and it says that it doesn't have a fragrance. And I was like, okay, well, I'll go check.
Oi, you there.
Have I ever tried venison? I have. I've actually had venison, and I've had straight up deer burgers, like ground up. It's a very common thing in the South. Deer and venison in general is very common in the South because a lot of people, there's a hunting season essentially where we're allowed to go out and cull the deer population, because if we don't, they'll get like overrun. So we go and we hunt. Well, I've only gone hunting like once or twice, but I have friends and family that go hunting all the time, so they always have just a shit ton of deer. Like, they'll process it, and I know somebody who had a pretty successful side business during hunting season whenever it comes around. He actually does the butchering himself, and so he will... That's right, I was going to hire the Myral. He'll do the hunting himself, or he'll hunt his own stuff, but then he'll process it on his own, like skinning it, gutting it, and all of that stuff, and process the meat and store it in his freezer. He does it all himself so that he doesn't have to pay anybody, but because he does it all himself, he also has a bunch of people, like whenever he goes hunting, or when other people in the area go hunting,
I think the two
they'll
of us
go,
could do business
hey, can you like process this for me? And he makes a decent killing every single hunting season, just spending some of his spare time. The thing is, he'll just sit there and he's got a TV outside, and he'll just set up his TV outside, watch some TV, and process meat. That's all he'll do. He'll turn some of it into sausage. He'll turn some of it into, like, he'll just like vacuum seal it so that it can be frozen in a deep freeze. The whole process is pretty easy for him to set up. So he does it every year, but he makes the killing. But anyway, yes, I have tried venison, and it is delicious. With the other story, though, I go in to check, and I go in to check and see. I'm still not 100% sure what's going on with the, I live in Alabama now, but at the time when all of this was happening, the guy that I know lives in Mississippi. And I lived in Mississippi at the time. But, I go to check on the item for the customer, right? Oh wait, I completely totally forgot where I needed to go.
So much to do.
I forgot the name of the Myral Tower that I need to go to. Farmer's Coast.
Still a little tired.
Sure. Where to?
Farmer's Coast. So I end up going inside to check on the bottle to see, and every single bottle we have says lightly scented. And so I'm a bit confused, because I'm like, okay, well, we definitely don't have anything that is fragrance-free in this category. I double-check his order, and he ordered exactly what I had in my hand. The barcodes matched up and everything. I decided to look the item up online. And this is when I found out. The item online was the old picture, because the bottle itself says new look, new whatever, right? It says like new look to the bottle. I decided to do a little bit of research while I was looking, and the entire reason that the design changed, like 100%, the only reason the design changed was because it always was lightly scented, but it was always lightly scented, but the original bottle did not do a good job of showing that it was lightly scented. And so a lot of people mistakenly thought the old bottle was fragrance-free, when in fact it is not fragrance-free. It was always scented. Let's see here. Gonna death spark the shit out of you. Hell yeah. Hate that cave troll. So I went to go and try and tell him that. And I was like, hey, I did a little bit of research on this. I looked around, and this was always lightly scented. Like, they just changed the bottle. So this, if you have one at home, this is what you have. This is the lightly scented bottle. This is the product. I don't know any other way to tell you that. This is what you purchased. And he was like, no, it's not, and I'm very dissatisfied. I'm very dissatisfied that you couldn't find the item for me. I've seen the item. I know you guys have a fragrance-free version of this. And I was like, well, we really don't, but okay. So I may end up with a customer complaint. I ended up returning the items because he said that he didn't want them anymore because they were fragrance free and I wasn't giving him the fragrance free one, which, by the way, he's doing this curbside, so he's not coming inside. He's not confirming for himself that there is a fragrance free version of this. He's just saying that he has been in the store before and he saw a version that did not have that little label on it that said gently fragranced. So he was saying that he knew for a fact, having only been in the store, you know, for a very short period of time, that he did in fact know that this item was fragrance free. And yeah, he wasn't happy, but like, I don't know what to do. The guy ordered a product and we gave him that product and he said like, no, this isn't the product that I ordered, but it absolutely was. I don't know how to fix that. I can't, because I can't like suddenly pull a completely different product that doesn't exist out of nowhere. Whoa, okay, you're kind of fucked up. I maybe should have let myself heal up before jumping down off the cliff. Let's see here. Fights in this in this version of the game are a lot more intense than in base Skyrim, because you can't just like rapidly heal yourself pretty much at any given point in time. Guy was using a brittle bow and he was carrying a rune warhammer on him. What the hell? What is this? Hey, gold ore. This is actually really good for me. I have a couple of, like, some of the higher tier items require gold ore to smelt. This is actually really good for me. Well, sir, I looked myself. I could not find the product that you were talking about. You may check yourself if you wish. I'm sorry, there's not much more I can do, sir. Basically, I mean, that's exactly what I said to him. I was like, hey, I'm sorry. I've, like, double-checked. I don't see that item anywhere in our store. It looks like they just changed the packaging and that it was always this product. I can refund this if you are unhappy with what we were able to get for you. And that was basically what we did. I took his credit card and we went ahead and refunded the amount from the card back on there. But that guy, I have dealt with that guy multiple times before. He will always have trouble with us. Like, he shops at our store every single visit, right? He shops at our store. But, like, he doesn't go anywhere else. He always comes to our store. Oh, there's more lost ones down here. He decides to shop at our store every single time that he gets a chance to shop somewhere. And yet, every single time he's... Ooh, there's a suspicious soil mound here. And every single time, he always has some sort of complaint about, like, something that happened. It's like, I can't change that. But yet, he still continues to shop with us, because I don't know why. Like, you would think, and there is the pre-ascribed bot that shows up at all of my streams, who's offering me to purchase viewers, which I always decline by banning them, because I'm not here to somehow like my success is not my success is not based on accruing viewers. My success is based on me having fun. That is how I've always deemed my success on streaming. And I find that that ends up making me happier in the long run because I don't... It's very difficult. It's very difficult on Twitch to actually gain a viewership. I've been very lucky. I've had several people actually, like, check me out and enjoy my stuff. I mean, I enjoy doing what I'm doing. If anything, what streaming has helped me do is it has helped me with my, streaming has actually helped me immensely with my, oh boy. Okay, you hurt a lot. So yeah, I need to get into that tower, but she's in there and she's throwing mad fireballs. I mean, this is why it's worth the 250 pennies. Magic users are just, like, bullshit to deal with in this game anyway. Like, it's just really... It's annoying to deal with magic users in Skyrim. This is definitely where I need to be. She's at the top, though, but what I need to do is... I've got a way of dealing with these kinds of people. Let's see here. What I need to do is I need to eat a mana fungi. Here, I need to drink some wine. I need to eat a mana fungi. I need to walk up here. Ready to go. Oh, that's Casanova. I need Death Spark. Do I have any mana flux potions? No. That's fine. Now that I've lost a little bit of health, Casanova would actually be a better spell. I have a way of dealing with these kinds of people. Let me see here. I have focus as well. I'm very hesitant to drink my actual Fortify Mana Regeneration potion that I have right there because it would make me weaker to magic damage as well. There we go. Balanced sword handle. That's weird. Psionics robe. A rattled elementalist circlet. The death breath rank 1 and a steel cane. Ooh, nice claw. Ooh, the Butcher of Ark volume 3. And now on the third Butcher of Ark book. It's like venison, but it's more rich. Sounds nice. What animal is that, Kaberu? Is that, I know sometimes, like, venison, obviously, like, it seems like every meat variant is just a different name for that exact same animal. Like, venison is called venison, but it's deer. Pork is called pork, but it's, pig. It's caribou. Ooh, yeah, I was gonna say moose, but caribou is pretty close. My guess was moose, I should say. need to do better about gaining more entropy skills. These guys, I'm not as worried about taking that potion. Alright, I'm gonna have fun with you, lady. You decided to get all up in my biz.
You fucking scum! You'll packed.
Well, I don't like that there's multiple archers. Though, I will say, in this exact moment, Casanova would be really strong. Yeah, so the spell that I'm currently using, these giant, sorry, I was using voice to text. These spells that I'm currently using, the ones that shoot out that giant, like, green lightning bolt, Casanova deals more damage the less health I have. So it's pretty normal for me to go ahead and switch over to using it whenever I'm fighting whenever I'm down in health, because your health does not regenerate that fast in combat in this game. Heavy leather's really not worth anything. This guy's gear was terrible, actually. Mines are always nice to find. Let's see here. I'll go ahead and quick save outside the mine and let's see what's inside, because I'm always in the market of getting more material. Now, there are probably a bunch of bad guys in here. I'm probably fine with using my... This is up against her. Oh, yep, she got me. I know some people who they don't make a career out of it, but they make a decent amount of money doing it. Let's see.
What?
Yeah, being low on health in this is not always fun, but I actually deal my most damage when I'm very low on HP. What I need to get used to doing is I need to get used to rushing in with my axe until I'm low in HP and then switching over and Casanovaing. How would you make a blade of your own design even then? How big would you make it, or how small? Even more so, what material would you use for the handle? I would use, let's see here. If I were to be making my own blade, my own sword and everything, I would probably go for an arming sword of a decent length, just like your standard long, like an arming sword can be. They're a very straight blade, evenly balanced. With some front, nice. Evenly balanced with a standard cross guard. The handle itself would probably not be anything too terribly fancy. I would go for a Damascus steel for the actual blade itself. The handle itself, I would probably want to try and use hickory or poplar for the handle, wrapped in leather. But the main focus would be more so less on that and more on the counterbalance. I'm carrying way too much. I think I've got a lot of got some vagrant's gear in here. I think things that I don't need to be carrying. And that's just because as a child I used to think that like either that or I would actually go for, I don't know if I would actually do a sword though is my thing. Like if given the opportunity, I'm not even sure that I would actually do a sword so much as I would do a like I feel like I'm less inclined to make a sword and I'm more inclined to make a some form of spear or halberd. Maybe a pole arm of some sort, like a lion spear. Because I would like to, like my natural thought process when it comes to that kind of stuff is more so, oh yeah, I'm over and covered again. This is definitely not good. Not for my scenario. Those are really high value items that I don't want to drop. Yeah, like a pole axe. Though less on the axe side and more on the less on the actual axe side and more of a basically a sword at the end of a sword at the end of a stick. Oh, yeah, I'm dead. Damn. This place has a lot of good material, but marauders are dangerous as fuck in this game. Especially if you don't have a regular way to heal, and now I'm back to the very beginning. Let's see here. Even where I'm currently standing. Is my rune axe better than the rune warhammer that I found? 31 versus the warhammer. Do I have that warhammer in here? 31. Yeah, they're both 31, so I'm actually better off with the battle axe as it swings faster. Yeah, what would you make?
Karaka will like this.
What? That's all you've got?
Where I regain too much health, I'd like to start blasting the next guy in line. Yeah, I'm gonna die anyway, yep. Yeah, this area is just way too high level for me. I still don't have, like, a good, defense. It's just not worth it. A serrated kukri and a tomahawk head. That would actually be a pretty good setup as well. I've always liked the idea of like, for me, the idea is always to try and keep the enemy at a distance because, or I think one of my favorite fighting styles that I've ever seen was, and obviously, I don't think it's very functional in real life, but the idea of having a spear in one hand and like a short, almost dagger-like sword in the other. I've always thought that that was a really interesting and cool way to fight because the spear would allow you to keep enemies at long range and poke at them while keeping your distance. But if somebody was skilled enough to close the distance, you would still have a short-range weapon to cause damage as well. The biggest problem with spears and stuff, obviously, being that they are very short range, or they're very long range, and in short range scenarios are very vulnerable. That would still allow you to be able to fight effectively at range while still using a short range weapon in case of a scenario, in case of somebody getting too close. And when somebody does get close like that, a stabbing motion is a lot easier to do than trying to bring it down in a slashing motion. Which is why I prefer tipped weapons as like spears and daggers, as opposed to more chopping and slashing weapons like with axes. As for the axe handle, I make it from cow horn, the kukri handle, buffalo horn. See, the reason I decided to choose wood as opposed to going with horn is very difficult to shape. Given the time, yes, you can do it, and it is a nice material, but it's it itself is a very difficult material to work with and takes a long time to craft. And it's also way more expensive. So it's also possible to... it's possible that if I need to replace my wooden handle, I can do so. But I also think that's because I think of weapons as, like, swords and stuff like that more as tools than anything else. I don't really form an attachment to them. Even if I were to make it myself, it would still just be, you know, a tool to be used. And so if it does break, I don't like the idea of having, like, a significant attachment to a weapon to the point where, like, I'd never really want to invest a significant amount of money into one. Because I'd rather, like, I want a good one, don't get me wrong, but it's worth it if you can mold it right. Strong, sturdy handle, yeah. And it sort of adds its own base weight, because you probably aren't throwing a counterweight onto a tomahawk. So having a sort of a weightier material like the bone instead of the wood is probably good. It's probably a good idea. Let's get out of here. I need to find the Myro. This place looks really nice. But I do need to find that Myro tower and get out of here. There it is.
Walk blessed. Sure. Where to?
I need to get back to Ark. The reason I'm going with this is because I'm already fast on my feet, so I say speed is my advantage. See, I'm big and bulky. Speed is not my advantage. My advantage is being able to stand my ground. I'd probably pair my setup with having, hold on. Chat just scrolled all the way off screen for some reason. One second. For some reason, or not some reason, but I would probably be wearing kind of bulkier, heavier armor. And in reality, I would probably be using a big tower shield and a spear. And my idea would be that I would do my best to, or if I was wearing big bulky armor and had a tower shield, I probably wouldn't use the spear. I'd probably use...
Can I help you?
that arming sword that I was talking about, and I would keep it relatively close. And my idea would be to basically,
They just sit on their asses and hope things settle themselves.
yeah. Well, so kite shields are like, you know, almost like the traditional Hylian shield style, like very similar to my character's shield in the game right now. Like a kite shield is very like on your person. That's a kite shield, right? What he has right there is a kite shield. A tower shield is basically like you somehow took a door. You took a door and you strapped it to your arm and you plated it in metal. That's a tower shield. They're very big and they're not mobile, but my idea behind that would be that I'm bigger and stronger. And so I can lift that and I can basically use it to bulldoze people down. No matter how fast they are, I'd still be able to hit them with a tower shield, and getting hit with something that big and heavy, going that fast, would wind most people enough to stun them long enough for me to then go in with a stab with the arming sword.
You just... Hammers.
But that would be my ideal setup, would be to have a decent amount of defense via good chainmail and plate mail, and then pair it very well with something a bit more like close range. Whoops, I was supposed to sell those gauntlets. Whoops. If you add spikes, you can even make it that tower shield lethal. Yep. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that you can do with tower shields that would make them very dangerous items to carry. Like, if you can get up close to somebody and make it a very, very, very poor decision for them to even try and fight you. And that's really what I would probably try to go for, is I would try to make it like... I would try to make it the worst idea possible to attempt to fight me.
Anything for friends of path-abiding magic.
But you see, my problem is I don't use path-abiding magic, man.
Looking for steel? I can provide everything for the path-abiding soldier.
But I am a path-abiding soldier. I don't even know what having that balanced sword handle is going to do for me.
Come again.
Can you make rune stuff? Can I make rune stuff with you yet?
Looking for steel? Everything for the path-abiding soldier.
Blueprints for... yeah, this is for the house, and then I can make fine steel, but I can't make rune yet. That's fine. I want to spend a little extra money with that guy, though, and get my... I'm at a point now where I'm not 100% sure. I guess I want to have, like, an equal amount... I want to have an equal amount of fighting and other bits, but, let's see here. Yeah, I'm currently at 40% Arcane Fever, which is going to negatively affect my character. Yep. From having a strong Arcane Fever. Stamina regeneration. Stamina regenerates 10% slower. Weakness to magic raised by 10%. Health reduced by 10 points. Damage taken from enemies raised by 5%. Having a high that, so I'm going to have to...
Greetings. Sure.
Yeah, I'm going to end up having to spend a good chunk of the money that I just got on Ambrosia just to fix my Arcane Fever now. Well, not before I do that, I'll sell you some stuff. Let's see here, I've probably got poisons that I don't care about. Aversion to magic. Potion of protection from fire. Shock. Stamina flux I'll sell as well. There we go, that gets me plenty of money from you. And now I can buy your ambrosia. I'll buy 2 vials and stuff. There goes all of the money that I just worked really hard for. But ambrosia is super important because it gets rid of your arcane fever.
Blast.
How do I make mana potions? Because I know I have in the past made mana potions. Potion crafting is still a decent way of making money in these games. And I think it always will be, really. Let's see here. I just know I also have a whole bunch of extra ingredients that I don't really have any clue what they do. Or not what they do, but like, I've got a lot of extra ingredients, but I don't really want to do anything with them.
Path-abiding magic.
I can make sure I've got some nightshade though, so I can make my own ambrosia potion, which would be nice. Fire resistance is easy to make. Frost resistance I don't want to make. Go ahead and do that. Yep, weed also fortifies health still. Restore mana. The Malthus red flower is the thing that I keep just not having any access to. And it's not worth it to waste my ectoplasm because I need that for other stuff. What would you go for armor-wise? In your piece. As far as armor, arm braces with spikes on top and on both sides so that I can be lethal in every way. I'm not sure that I would go for spikes on armor because spikes on armor are, if somebody were to run a blade across it, you really want your armor to be able to glance off. But if somebody can grab your arm because it has spikes on it, they can grab your arm and essentially as they're slicing down, if they've got enough strength, that spike is then going to become a claw that grabs the thing and it can rip your arm down, dislocating the shoulder, and you'll be left defenseless.
Idiots.
I wouldn't go for a whole lot of spikes on armor, but I would go for nice, smooth plate mail.
Wait a moment. You're the Naramis, aren't you? The Outlander.
Sure. Take a look.
But that's just my piece. You know, do what you will. I think that it's a good idea to not necessarily give somebody that much of a chance to manipulate where you're standing or how you're standing. Trying to see if I can't get my most of these restore health potions are not that high in value because restore health potions are like the most common thing I can make. I don't have a significant number of really good potions, but I need to increase my ability with potion making.
Secrets? I have books, scrolls, potions, anything for friends of path-abiding magic.
Sorry, somebody was calling me. Spikes would be very small, still big enough to cause damage. Fair enough.
Sure, take a look.
I want to see if you had any alchemy crafting books, actually, while I'm here. What level is my alchemy at right now, actually?
Blessed.
Alchemy is at 25. Okay, so I need the, so I do need the regular books. I was able to get my entropy up to 20, which is nice. I need to work on my heavy armor way more because my heavy armor is low enough that I'm still taking a shit ton of damage just all the time.
Hammers, daggers, swords. Looking for everything for the path-abiding soldier.
Yeah, I probably need to go. Plan on being a magic user. I plan on at least using entropy magic because entropy magic seems to be relatively good, like relatively strong. Like I've been able to, like, when shit gets tough and I'm like down to no health at all, being able to cast Casanova has been incredibly useful.
Due to its sheer glory, brought forth by Malthus.
Like I've got, let's see here. I've also got several versions of this Grave Curse spell, which would be. I should probably use Grave Curse more often. I just haven't. Also, if I can get more summoning, summon mystical weaponry, that would be really good.
Yes, you have heard right.
So Grave Curse stops enemies from regenerating health, and if they are under the effects of the Grave Curse when they die, they explode. Which obviously is very cool.
Walk blessed, my sir. How can Sylvan and friend?
I would like to withdraw $600. I need to work on
Can I help you?
getting more money. Oh, you know what? I'm still carrying around a bunch of stuff. Well, you bring explosive diarrhea.
No, I just put them out for you to look at. Tell me what you need, and be quick about it.
The Staff of Mighty Resurrection I'm probably never going to use, but would be very, very good for me to sell, because now I have a shit ton of money. Entropy Robe. I can sell to you, and that's exactly as much money as you have, so that's good. I now have a lot of money. Hooray.
You're not from here, are you? Like... Wow. Sword.
Looking for steel? Everything for the path-abiding soldier.
Let's see here. What I would like from you, sir, are... I'm already an apprentice in handicraft. I would need to get adept if I was planning on getting more in this tree right now. But what I would like to learn is heavy armor. What is my actual level in heavy armor? Not my... It's 21 normally.
Everything for the path.
22, 23, 24, 25. I need 4 more apprentice books in heavy armor. And then I can move up to adept. And then just as many books as I can afford in adept. Yes. I want to basically be loaded down as best as I can be. Let's see here. Okay, my heavy armor is now at 33, which is much, much higher than it was. When I have a memory point still, that's right. I didn't even use that. Or I have an extra memory point. Because I grabbed the mercenary. Relentless strike means my one-handed attacks would consume less stamina. I think I should probably grab firm stance though, because staggering is basically death at this point. Or should I attempt to put my point into Sinistrope stuff? Entropy spells cost less health would be nice. Yeah, if possible. Apprentice in the Dark Arts. Reduces the mana cost of psionic and entropy spells at the apprentice and novice level by 30%. Yeah. That would be a way to go. Just there's too many options. Like I kind of want to go down more of the fighting tree, but the majority of my actual damage is coming from my entropy spells. But entropy is hard to get my hands on, and I'd probably be better off going down the arcane might tree and having my elemental spells deal more damage, and then just focusing on elementalism instead, because elementalism is easy to find the books for because entropy is not path abiding, so finding books for them is very hard. But I like the entropy spells. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna invest the point into the Sinistrope tree. That is
Hammers, daggers, swords.
I don't know that I always make the right decision, but I live with the decisions that I make. So my armor should be more effective now as well. I think my armor rating is currently 182. Because I have a full suit of exquisite steel armor and an exquisite rune shield. I have not tried mutton either. Magic resistance is super helpful, so I'll keep that. Elementalism spells, psionic spells, and just... Neither of those, like, speak out to me that much. I need to, well, I'm out of money now, or very close to out of money at this point. I need to sell some stuff and see if I can't somehow still find my, get my hands on some more entropy skill books. Possibly some more entropy spells, some higher level versions of Deathbolt or Casanova would be really nice. And then a couple of level ups from now, it would be nice to have more mana. All right, Starlo. You go do your thing and come back whenever you got the chance.
So many faces.
Oh my, I've seen this face, so yes, hooray! My wares it is you want to see. I promise you, they'll bring you glee.
Blocks 7% more damage with his shield. Nah. Psionics robe. Rattled elementalist circlet. 2 rings of stamina and a regular silver ring. Don't need any of that stuff. Scrolls of water breathing. I don't think I'm gonna hang on to those for now. I don't have a regular way to soul trap yet, so I'm gonna get rid of those. And then I've also got these recipes that I don't need anymore. Death Breath, a maelstrom of dark might that does 10% of entropy damage while draining the caster's health. I'll go ahead and use that, actually. I need to learn that. That sounds like it might actually be a decent spell to have on hand.
My wares it is you want to see. I promise you, they'll bring you glee.
What do you have, though? Because you've got Circle of Protection, which is cool. But Lost One, that's only for Lost Ones. Clairvoyance, Death Breath, which I just picked up. Detect Dead, Detect Life. Divine Shield rank 1, and then Shield rank 2. Divine Shield rank 2 wouldn't be a terrible thing to have on hand. Equilibrium. Converts health to mana. Gift. Fireball. Fire Cloak. Fire Rune. Fire Bolt. Flame Bite. Flash Heal. Frost Rune. Frostwind Grounding. Ice Breath. Ice Spike. Life Absorption. That spell is good, but not the best. I really don't care about... Oh yeah, I want Mark and Recall as well. Resist 14% magic for 180 seconds. That's actually not terrible. Light magic. Second Breath. Soul Trap. Spectral Chest. Opens a magical chest with a base capacity of 15 points, which is increased by 1 point for every skill in Mentalism. That's cool. Spell Ward. Increase armor rating by 35%. Reduces magical damage by 35 points. Better versions of wards. Telekinesis. Turn Undead. Water Breathing. So, of the spells that you actually have on hand, I remember now I do want Mark and Recall. Those are just good spells that I want to have on hand. And Equilibrium would actually not be a terrible spell to grab either. But I'm betting you do not have anything on... Yeah, you don't have any books on... That's what I figured. I wouldn't mind, because I do want to increase my mentalism a little bit. I wouldn't mind going down that route a little bit. And learning how to do that for the personal chest. Where was that? That was, what was that called? Spectral Chest. Grab that, and then I'll grab some Apprentice Mentalism books while I'm here. And that's all the money I have. So let's, book it up. And then I can also get those. Why don't I have an Ice Claw? Like.
One day, I'm gonna be...
So then, let's see here. In Mentalism, Marks a location of your choice, which you can return to per teleport, can only be used in outdoor areas.
Venturer, and I'm going to explore the entire world.
And I'm going to mark the center of Ark, the market district, because I'm basically always needing to be in the Ark marketplace, and being able to fast travel, teleport back here via spell will be a lot better and a lot faster, and cost me a lot less money than using the Myrals every single time. Or, considering I am planning on going back and forth to,
That's just how it is.
I have some questions. Or not questions, but I have some decisions to make. First off, I need to see if I can't craft some stuff to get my hands on a little extra money. Because I need to be able to use the Myral to get out to Riverwood. Or, not Riverwood, but Riverville. Yeah. I don't need to be carrying the metal from an ancient nation. I can't do anything with it yet. I probably don't need to be carrying the malachite ingots, but let's see here, what do I not need to be carrying right now? I picked up a bunch of stuff. I need to break some stuff down, really, is what I need to do. I'll drop that extra sword into the chest for now. Oh, and you know what I can do? I can use my new magic spell that I gained. I have a spectral chest.
Bananas, the freshest fruits right from the farm.
Which means this chest can hold 35 pounds. So I just, for the time being, I just drop my hammer into it. And bam, we're good. That's gonna be fun. I like that spectral chest. That's very cool. Because it's not broken in the same way that it's not broken in the same way that a lot of those kinds of things are, where it's like, oh yeah, you can just drop whatever you want into it. Okay, let's see here. I can make some more iron gauntlets because I'm very low on spare parts. I should probably, because here's the thing, is I can make money if I can get my hands on spare parts. It's just one of those things where it's like you can't really make spare parts and you can't like forage for spare parts. But
everything for the path
if you can buy spare parts from the store, which this guy has a whole lot. I don't have a whole lot of money on me though, so I need to start out low. Start by buying 8 spare parts for now. You can basically turn spare parts directly into money by crafting new gear with them. So like in this case, if I come over here, these spare parts, I can craft several iron gauntlets, which is really like the highest value thing I can make is fine steel, but that's it requires a lot of material. But I suppose I could make because that would be the best use of spare parts. Making one of those and making some fine steel gauntlets. Or the boots better. The boots are better. So I'm going to craft those 2 things.
Huh? Can I help you?
And I can sell them.
Looking for everything for the path-abiding soldier.
And I can sell them for more than I bought the spare parts for initially. Then come back through, buy more spare parts. And now I've got enough money to buy a good chunk of his spare parts instead. And then I take these spare parts. I actually don't even have to go that far. I can stay on this anvil right here and make stuff. Let's see here. The reveal steel sword is 35 versus getting 98 for some iron gauntlets. Iron gauntlets are still worth like a shit ton as far as crafting goes. Especially for how little they cost me to make. Because the resources on them are very, very low. Welcome back. The resources to create gauntlets are very, very, very cheap.
Everything for the path-abiding soldier.
While they can sell for a good chunk. So I can now make $500 off of that. I can buy up the last of his spare parts now. And I can convert those spare parts back into more iron gauntlets. I'm going to run out of iron soon.
I can provide.
Okay.
Everything for the path-abiding soldier.
And at this point, I've now generated wealth because of the amount of it used up a good chunk of my iron, but I generated wealth. Somebody's making my pupper go crazy. Is it somebody or is it just puppy time? Because puppy time is a thing. Let's see here. I should make what steel I can, and then convert the rest of this into iron because I'm very low on iron. So it is somebody.
Anything for friends of Pathabite.
I need to come over here really quick. Grab my rune hammer. And make my rune hammer exquisite. I can now sell my old rune battle axe.
Can I help you?
Because my rune hammer ignores enemies' armor because of perks that I picked up, and it's more powerful.
Looking for steel. Everything for the path-abiding soldier.
So my rune battle axe, not worth a whole lot because I didn't make it. Making things makes them significantly worth more to make it actually worthwhile to craft things. As opposed to just sort of like having them.
Hear my words, O path-abiding people of this holy city.
So we now need to
People of this events of the past moon.
Let's see here.
They speak of a red madness that befalls peaceful souls.
Actually, what Be Smart is adding small spikes to hammers, making it more lethal. Yeah, kind of like a meat tenderizer. I should actually do something with these bear pelts. I should either turn them into leather, or I should. I either need to turn them into leather, or I need to sell them. But I think they're worth more to me as leather.
Some shifts never end.
Yeah, because it makes 4 per. Or other cuirasses are also worth it. And then this lady.
Walk blessed. Aye, sure. Take your time. It's not as if there's much to do down here anyway.
And I can sell you those cuirasses that I just made. For a pretty penny. Yep, got my money amount back up over 1,000 again.
Farewell.
Walk blessed, my sir.
It's not as if I didn't tell them that already.
Alright, so now I can put away what I don't want into the secure chest. Oh yeah, the Light City Guard is what I still have in here for my guy. I still think that the Light City Guard is... Actually, let's see here. Can I upgrade the city... Before I put away all of my stuff, can I upgrade the City Guard's gear any more than I already have? So I haven't actually done any crafting for it. Yeah, it just uses leather to make, so it's exquisite by using leather. Iron ingots, steel ingots, steel ingots. And while I don't really use light armor, that city guard gear will make my my vagrant very strong.
The light fades away at the end of the day. Ta-dum-dum.
Alright, so now I can finally actually put away my stuff. After all this time. And then, let's see here. Yeah, that kind of ends up being the case. You kind of just sort of amass a large amount of stuff.
No, I just put them.
You still have no money. Then I should actually hang on to the rest of this stuff and sell it when I get to Riverville. Alright, where is a signpost that I may teleport to the Myrid Tower? Oh, did it not? Oh, that was weird. Having a little extra heavy armor is good, though, because, let's see here, because I'm currently getting an armor rating of 143 right now.
Can I help you?
Yes. Walk blessed. Sure. Where to?
We're headed to Riverville. That is a Myrid. They are large feathered flight creatures that exist on Enderal. If you're talking about like what they actually are, they're basically a reskin of dragons. But they are the fast travel system of this game, kind of like the Netches were fast travel for, or not Netches, the Silt Striders were the fast travel system in Skyrim, or in a Morrowind. The Myrid is the fast travel system in Enderal. They are, so tame ones are timid in nature. But there were in a period of time in Enderal's history, there were wild Myrids, and they were dangerous as hell.
Yes?
But the tame ones that exist now are incredibly useful for travel. And people who are on the path of a Myrid keeper can understand the Myrids. They have this sort of click language that is almost subsonic, but people on the path of the Myrid tamer can hear them.
What?
Oh, hello. I haven't seen... Oh, a bit of this and that. Feel free to take a look.
I still don't know if that balanced sword handle is going to be worth anything. Oh, I should probably drop off my
blessed.
I should drop off of my excess stuff. My excess food, my excess alchemy ingredients. That's probably adding a bit to my weight.
You're not from around here, are you? I know that accent.
I wish that I could summon a horse or something. Arvek would be incredibly useful right now. I don't think that there's anywhere for me to buy a horse in the area either. But it's not like I would actually want to, considering I plan on teleporting. I want to get to the dude's house. What was his name again? I want to get out here to Yarrow's house, because Yarrow has the Phantasmalist stand, so that I can summon my apparition with better gear than I currently have on him. As of right now, the apparition only has a steel mace and like vagrant armor, which was fine at the beginning of the game. He did very well back then, but he's falling behind as far as damage output goes, and his ability to deal damage is also waning. So I need to increase his damage output. Also, while I'm out here, I need to keep my eye out for... The music is very nice. This is actually all custom music made for Enderal. And that's a bit brutal what I did to that poor man, but okay. Yeah, I've basically looted all of this out here. Between looting and walking through, there shouldn't be any like dangerous enemies around as I make my way towards Yarrow's house. There might be one or two crabs along the shore here, but I think I've killed most of them. That giant crab is dead and doesn't move. But here's Yarrow's house. So, what I want to do right here is I want to be standing right here. I want to go into magic. I want to grab Mark. Do you really want to place a teleport rune here? Another placed rune will be erased by doing so. Yes. There's my teleport rune. So now I can use teleport, and I'll come back to that marked teleportation every... if I ever want to come back to Yarrow's place, I can now do so. Who doesn't like... Okay, let's see here. I could try to create a new talisman, but this guy is going to require ectoplasm, 3 bone meal, a skull, 2 iron ingots, petty soul gem filled sugar. Summons the deceased brigand leader. Strengths, heavy armor, blocking, 2-handed, 1-handed. But I've already got a guy who's got strengths in light armor. The unlucky vagrant has 123 health. Decent everything else. He's got 26 armor. One-handed is 19, two-handed is 12, marksman is 5, block is 13, heavy armor 10, light armor 20, sneak 100. What is this marksman? Oh, it's very low. Not particularly good skills in pretty much anything else, so I need to equip this man with better armor is really what it comes down to. Equipment. Equip item. I want to equip you with any soul gem and ectoplasm or bone meal. I don't have. Ectoplasm or bone meal, 5. 3 soul gems and 8 ectoplasm or bone meal. 3 soul gems and 10 bone meal. 4 soul gems, 12 bone meal. So I need a lot more bone meal, as it turns out. If I'm going to equip him with a full suit of gear. Alright, well, let's see here. I should be able to, with a scroll, do I have... Yeah, I've got at least one teleport to Arc Scroll left, so I'll do that really quick. And we will see if Arc has the extra bone meal and stuff that I need. Because if I can get his armor up, then I can make him at least somewhat useful again.
Hear my words, O path-abiding people of this holy city. Many of you may have heard it all.
Greeting. Sure, take a look.
You have no ingredients.
Walk blessed.
I need to go to the lady up in... There's a better alchemy shop in the Noble's Quarter, and I bet she has bone meal. She's got minor alchemy stuff, but she doesn't really have, like, she's got, like, very basic stuff. This lady up here is the actual alchemy shop in town. Surprised they don't kick these homeless people out of the Noble's Quarter.
I understand your turmoil, madame. But still, right now, the Order cannot...
Waste a keeper to search for a pathless heretic? That's it, isn't it?
A potion to... This is not what I said. Wouldn't that be
That's what you thought. You know what? You should be ashamed, all of you. When I was young, being a keeper meant something. But I suppose those times are over.
Anything else I can help you with, madame?
Oh, nothing big. Handling potentially lethal concoctions, extracting goat bladders, making sure this place doesn't get blown to smithereens. Your
What
usual
is it?
Tuesday afternoon, I guess.
What? Oh, yes, certainly.
Do you have bone meal? You've got some bone meal, yes. You have any ectoplasm. It's considerably more expensive, but yes, you do. Suppose that's gonna be what I get out of you.
Between cobblestone and excretion.
Go ahead and shove those away. 4, 5, 6.
Between darkness.
I needed 10 if I remember correctly. So I've got 6 currently. I want to make my way... Let's see here, is there a signpost? I want to make my way to the Undercity Marketplace.
Move along.
Arena, barracks, and all that stuff. The marketplace in this actual area is... There's a big written sign. There's a big marketing sign, right? Yeah, it's this way.
My sir.
What? What do you...
Zorkben and Sons.
Oh, look at that! A Sunchild Oh, all things lost and found again. Depends on what you're looking for.
Yeah, you've got master books for entropy, but you don't have any regular stuff. Makes an enemy fall into a rage for 3 seconds. Psionic skills raise duration effect. Not really what I'm looking for. Oh, hey, look, it's the that's the bust. That's actually the bust of the Gray Fox. from Oblivion.
What do you want? To cock at me? Just leave. Please.
There was another shop around here, if I remember correctly. There was one that was specifically, that's the tar pit. Where was that other shop? There was Zorbix and Sons, which was this place right here, Zorbak and Sons. You sell other stuff, but I want to find... There was a magic shop, I thought, or at least a curios shop. Or no, that's right, it was this guy right here, the mechanic.
Oh, well met. Of course.
But he doesn't have ingredients either. He's also got elementalism books, but starting at adept, he doesn't have anything for an apprentice. Couple of spell tomes, but nothing that I actually need from you either. That's a shame. I really need to get my hands on some bone meal.
Hey! You're an adventurer, aren't you? Have you been to...
That's not ready to go. I get so turned around in the Undercity.
Please, just...
What are you doing here? Go ogle someone else.
I was trying to see. There's the signs. Drive with signposts. We'll try to head to the Dark Marketplace. I should have checked with the lady that runs the Riverville
Hear my words,
shop.
O path-abiding.
I probably will here really quick because I still have a I have a spell scroll for teleporting to Riverville still.
This holy city. Many of you may have heard it already. There's more in Kira. A group of honorless heretics who adorn themselves with the name Disciples of the Sand. And in this coward.
So let's, while I'm here, from my chest, grab my other ingredients. That actually, I think, brings me to 10, but let me see.
Is it important? Yes, of course.
You also have a lot of bone meal, and bone meal would be easier for me to use than ectoplasm, because ectoplasm is expensive.
Bless your travels.
Let's see here. Let me drop off all of my ectoplasm while I'm here. Here. Oh, on. Sorry, I'm dropping it off. Throw the bone meal in there. While I'm here, I also want to grab that extra silver steel sword.
And it's cut.
Now I can actually throw in... I guess I don't necessarily need to throw in the rest of that stuff. But for a second, I thought that was a bear running at me. I was like, oh shit. But it was not. Did I grab equilibrium? I did.
Someday, I'll go to Ark. Everything's supposed to be so huge.
Let's see here, because it's easier for me to do that, and then I can just eat a cooked venison, and I'll regenerate health naturally from having been satiated. And then I can teleport via return spell. And it costs next to no mana to use mark and return.
A sack of grain. Damn these farmers.
We just don't.
And here I am. at my marked place, which is Yero's house. I should have all of the supplies I need to fully update my guy's gear. Equip item. Silver sword. City guard boots. City guard shield. Light city guard armor. Light city guard helmet. Oh, it's 12, not 10. So I do need some of my ectoplasm. Or do I? What is my current setup for that stuff? The spectral chest. Oh no, I have 12. Cool. Cool. I don't have to go anywhere. I did have 12 bone meal on me after all. Silver sword. City guard. Boots. Shield. Armor. Helmet. So that currently equips you with all of that stuff. Which is the best I could do for you. Considering you're a light armor user. Alright, Spectralize. And then combat style, he is currently offensive. We're gonna make him balanced. Currently equipped. Iron Mace, City Guard Shield, City Guard Boots, Old Vagrant Gauntlets. Can I? Oh, hold on. I have to back out, and then I should be able to summon Apparition. And he should naturally equip his best gear, right? Yeah. The Unlucky Vagrant is actually wearing good stuff. And so his armor rating is now 92. Hey, look at that. Actually good. No extra magical resistances or anything, but him having that rating is actually really good for me. Because that means I can actually use him in combat again. Which I haven't been able to do in a very long time. He's just kind of existed as like a moral quandary of mine for a bit. Let's do a quest now that we've done all of this faffing about. Yeah, I've already done all of the... Oh, I can probably maybe check the notice board at Ark. Speaking of the notice board at Ark, I should be able to travel to the Sun Temple now. I know we've been doing a whole lot of teleporting around, but I wonder if I should have made my marking point Yero's house or not. Because I should probably make my mark a place that I travel to often, and then worst case scenario, if I need to go to Yero's house, I can at least teleport from Ark using the Myrid. That'd probably be better than having to leave my mark at Yero's place. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna do that. Hold on, how do I get out of here? There's a signpost, I think, around the corner here. Yeah, there it is. Let me go ahead and leave my mark in the marketplace. Because chances are, when all of this is over, I'm not going to be traveling to Yero's house all the time, but I'll always be coming back to the marketplace in Ark. So, let's go ahead and make this my actual teleportation point.
There's war in Kira. A group of...
Hungry for Arctic secrets? I have books, scrolls. anything for friends of path-abiding magic.
Attempted to storm.
Ow! Nice
I want to put my sword away. You say it wouldn't let me put my sword away. Am I out of contracts on the board? No. Pack wanted. According to some rumors, a troll named Pack currently inhabits the Grimlight Gallery. Bounty contract says that he was bred by some renegade apothecary who planned to set him on the Indolarian farmers. Accept the contract. Okay, that is a 3-star quest. I'm not sure that I am fully equipped to do those yet. What else could I be doing right now? Meet the Signet Leader and the 2 novices of the Heartland's borders. I think that might be what I should probably be doing right now, just because I'm still in the middle of, like, most of my other quests now at this point are all like 3-star quests. Gathering knowledge and souls. There's 20 souls.
Even though
Yeah, I need to head to... Where do I need to head? It's out. It's way out in the middle of nowhere, right? Yeah, the Myrid Tower in border of the Heartland.
Exemplary act of...
Let's get to it. As I would like to continue the main quest line a little bit. Perhaps I'll get a little bit better. Okay. I've used just about all of my learning points up. I've got some crafting points left, but I'm at a middle ground on a lot of my stuff right now where I'm not 100% sure what I want to be investing in, which is dangerous because if I don't really start investing in something, because I want to play it all, I want to do it all, but if I don't start investing, then my character is going to start falling behind enemies that are highly specialized.
Sure. Where to?
Border of the Heartlands, right? Yep. That's a pheasant.
Yes.
Grandmaster Aranthiel sent me. I'm supposed to be taken to the trial to become a keeper.
Oh, yes. You're the prodigy. I was expecting something else. I hope you're aware of what you're getting yourself into. Our novices trained for years for this trial. And as much as I respect the Grand Master, I think this is naive. In other words, it will be dangerous. Be aware of that.
The way the Grandmaster put it, I don't seem to have much of a choice if we want to keep living.
How selfless of you, but as you wish. Then it seems I'm granted the extraordinary honor of exalting the first pathless in the history of the Order to a keeper. The others will scream for joy. Give me the package the Grandmaster gave you, and say hello to your new comrades. I have to go prepare something.
What? Oh, hello. You're our unexpected addition, aren't you? The prodigy?
Yes, but call me Paladin. Sounds less awkward.
It does, actually. I'm Kalia Sakaresh, by my path novice and aspirant to the First Sigil. I've been told what you did in Old Rashengrad, that you saved the excavations and fought back the mercenaries all on your own. An astonishing feat, truly. You have my respect for that.
Probably wasn't as glorious as you picture it. Those bastards deserved it. Save the excavations, yes, but the people from the Order were already dead. But it wasn't much of a decision. These days I seem to get in trouble wherever I go.
I know, but you tried. You know, I'm really curious as to what the mercenaries thought they were doing. Someone willing to attack the Holy Order is either extremely powerful or extremely naive. Anyway, it's been an honor to meet you in person. Let's talk later.
I'm guessing you're probably not going to be as agreeable.
I don't want to hear it.
Yep. Beg your pardon?
You're prattling. I don't want to hear it. Just shove off.
As you wish, Princess.
Heretics.
All right, enough of the chatter. Come here. Here. These potions will be later, so be careful with them. Apart from that, it's still a few miles to the ritual place.
It's the Myral.
As you're all gifted with magic, the spores in the forest ahead will make you a little dizzy, but we won't stay for long. Any questions?
What spores are you talking about?
Long story. Simply put, they come from a special kind of mushroom that has infested this forest, and staying near them worsens the arcanist's fever. So, in case you're thinking about exploring further, take some magical protection and some ambrosia with you.
Collect 10 knowledge points. As your reward for receiving a permanent bonus of your skills, a bonus which can be stronger when you gather more knowledge. Nice. Alright then, let's go.
Good. Stay close to me.
I don't have any ambrosia. I have one bottle of my own brew of ambrosia.
But it's too late for that. Korek would have conquered the city. Instead, you will be ashamed.
Ugh.
So this is the forest. That? I've read a lot about it, but never actually seen it.
Poor thing. My brothers and I have seen the border countless many times before. But I bet you know all about the Undercity's rat holes instead.
Yourself.
Don't like that.
What? That's all you've got?
Focus, Kalia.
Ooh, these things hurt.
Hold on.
I'm too old for this.
Hey, she's a healer. I like that. I do need more mana.
Wait, do you see that?
Yes, that man. What is he doing?
Who cares? He's probably just a traveler.
He shouldn't be here. No merchant in his right mind would voluntarily travel through the Whispering Forest. We'll go take a look at him. Stay ready.
Are you wearing your city guard gear? Oh, he's got a leather cuirass. Okay. That's better than his, than the city guard one that I gave him, I guess.
I see it.
She's with me now. Forever.
Kirash.
What? You there? You, and what are you doing here?
She's with me now. Forever.
What are you, deaf? Identify yourself.
His eyes. Master, this is the Red Madness.
Shit, of course. You will put away that pickaxe right now, my sir, and then get on your knees.
She wanted to leave. Don't you understand? She wanted to leave me. Just like that.
This is disgusting.
She will stay. She will...
Oh, shit.
By the righteous path! Have you lost your mind?
I could ask you the same thing, damn it! Did you forget what Magister Yarrow did to the novices? This man could have attacked us at any moment.
Oh, really? Malphas protect us from your cunning. But did the thought ever cross your mind that one needs to understand a disease in order to heal it? And that some apothecary might have given their left hand for a living patient?
You're not being fair, Master. I was only protecting this.
Like heck you did. You behaved like an idiot. And not for the first time. The other masters might ignore that fact due to your religious commitment and your bloodline. I get that. But if something like this ever happens again, you will be suspended from the rites and will spend the rest of your life polishing prayer banks in the sanctum. Do I make myself clear?
He really was trying to protect us, Master. Maybe...
Do I make myself clear?
You do, Master. And I forgiveness for my offense.
Granted.
I like having my little spooky man with me.
Now let's push on. We will take care of the body after the ritual.
Are you okay?
Just save it.
I don't want to get arcane fever, but I definitely like being able to... The Relat Mashera. So... That's the, I think that's like the what's it called, right? That's like the underworld boss, the underworld, like, thugs, right?
There it is. The first foothold. This is where Malphas's vassals erected their first camp. So behave yourselves accordingly. You too, prodigy.
I can't move.
Well then, before we start, there's something I need to tell you. Something, important. The rumors concerning the deaths of the Lightborn, they're true.
What?
The gods are dead. They fell 2 winters ago, beneath the sword of an unknown traveler. We, that is, the Order, have known about this for quite some time now, but haven't told the common people yet. But since the 3 of you intend to take the trial, there's no way to disguise the truth anymore.
But how can a god die?
There was a prophecy, as old as the Lightborn themselves, in which there was talk of a shadow god, who would end the era of gods. And it came true. I'm sorry.
You're sorry?
You're telling us that the gods have been killed, and you are sorry. What's next? That tomorrow the sun will stop shining?
Yeah, it is kind of a wild
that this
thing.
is a test, Master. It is, isn't it? A test of our faith.
No, the Lightborn are dead. But, hard as it may be to accept, we cannot afford to fall into a spiritual crisis right now.
The Order of the Gods, Malphas's order, was created to protect the Lightborn. And if what you're saying, this blasphemy is true, then we're meaningless. We failed, don't you see that? Oh, by the Black Guardian, I just can't believe it.
And though I shan't be seen, thou shalt live by my virtue. 3rd Revelation, verse 137. I know it's hard, Dunwar, but if this is true,
I don't like that I can
we
hear
have
those
to show
bees or
strength
whatever
and
they
keep
are.
on believing in what the Lightborn stood for, which is the idea of peace and...
Oh, just shut your mouth, Sakaresh. If anything, the Lightborn scum are living proof that the Order is going downhill. Do you really think I don't know about the village? You're a damned witch, and if this were the old times, you would have been crucified long time ago.
You don't mean that, Dunwar.
Drop it, for heaven's sake! We're all on the same side.
I don't like that those
No,
fucking
we
flies
not.
are there.
This wench doesn't have any right to wear the white robes. And if you would spend more time with the Holy Scriptures instead of your brandy bottle, you would see it as well. But no, you just...
Shut up! I swear to you, one more word and you will wish that I just suspended you. What? No buts. Do you understand?
Yes.
I hope so, for your sake. Just be glad that this is a time when we need skilled mages more than ever. Just be glad. Now enough of this. Our demeanor defiles this sacred place. There will be enough time for depression and personal crisis after the trial.
I don't like the flies. Can I get the flies away?
Words. Thou art my light, my glimmer at the horizon. Thy name is my sacrament, and thy path I will honor. In life, as in death. May your light guide me. Good. As you know, this trial will test the fortitude of your spirit. Because this is what distinguishes a keeper from a soldier. What distinguishes a wise man from a fool. Keep that in mind. Now, drink the potion I gave you. You first, Prodigy. Let's hope the Grand Master was right about you.
Range potion removed. Down for the count. What happens now? I'm in a dungeon with nothing on me. That's me, or a very similar look to me.
No. I knew I wouldn't be the last one. Did they also tell you the tales about the Keeper's spirit? They've lured you into a trap, you know. And you fell for it. Because you're arrogant. Just as I am. As I was. I know I'm not real. At least not according to your definition of the word. But then again, what is reality anyway? If I told you that you and your friend Sirius actually lie dead at the bottom of the sea, and that everything that has happened so far, your journey to Ark, the search at the Sun Coast, was only a dream, would you be able to recognize the truth?
What the hell?
The answer is no. Because you don't want to be dead. Therefore, your mind will do anything to make you believe this entire dream you've had was and is reality.
How am I able to dream if I'm actually dead? That doesn't make any sense.
Doesn't it? Tell me, what is time to the dead and dreaming anyway? The last second before the water floods into your lungs. The very last instant before it tears them apart in your mind. It could be an eternity. A self-created sanctuary built from nothing but your wishes. But what's the point in talking anyway? You don't want to believe me. And I'm tired of trying to make you. Now leave me alone before we make the suppressor even angrier. He doesn't like words. He likes the silence.
Suppressor? Who are you talking about?
What? They haven't told you about him? Oh, that's so typical. The suppressor. He's the reason why we will be imprisoned here forever. And why we can't access our feelings and wishes. And he does it because he wants us to lose hope. To stop believing. And... you know, sometimes I wonder if that's exactly what we humans... what I have to do to finally be free. Give up. Detach myself from the dreams of the past. Who knows if there were anything else than phantasms to begin with. But no. No, not yet. It's too early to surrender. And isn't that what makes us human anyway? To hope?
I don't know what's going on, but I'd like to look around a little bit.
Keep on waiting for that one miracle that will end the pain once and for all. Yeah, I'll wait. And you will wait with me forever. What the? How did you do that?
I wish I knew.
You simply opened it? But that's impossible. All these years it's kept me from escaping, and you just... Come on. We have to look. We have to look and see what's outside. We won't get far, but still we have to see. Come, lead the way.
Let's see here. They can take away my items, but they cannot take away my magic.
By the gods! These are the scourges of the Suppressor. They want to punish us.
I don't like weird, spooky, floaty chair. I guess there are multiple weird, spooky, floaty chairs. Health potion. Old butcher's knife. Scalpel. Oh, I forgot. I have, in my entry tree now, I have death breath as well. I think would be like, it's more constant, fire than anything else. Written letter. Let us listen to the silence. What really drives you? Who are you? Who are you since you have set foot on Enderal? Now you are the opposite of what you really are. Instructive, strong, powerful, meaningful. In short, the prophet. You have constructed a narrative for yourself, a fairy tale about who you want to be, and you have found exactly those people to confirm it. That's the most important thing, isn't it? You've found someone who believes in your fairy tale. Don't you see? You're simply wrong. All about you is wrong. You are pathetic, you know that? What would Sirius say about this? I'm going to assume I don't have anything other than what I've collected so far, yeah. Oh, I saw my vagrant. Hell yeah, my vagrant. That's gonna come in handy. Oh, some old vagrant boots. That's literally some armor. Any amount of armor is good. Goblin, some human flesh. Human flesh, human heart, human flesh. Alright, go ahead and give me that, give me that, and re-up my divine shield. Oh. Yeah, you're gonna be able to just fucking rinse these guys, aren't you, Vagrant? Because they're... Yeah, how much damage actually does this Death Breath do? 8 points of entry damage while draining the caster's health. 10 points while draining caster's health. Did I say 8? What did I say 8? Gathered up a lot of human flesh so far, but ooh, Neuralian crusty bread. That'll be very useful. Okay. Okay. Anything useful? Anything useful? Nothing so far, but I gotta find out how to get out of here. There's a staircase up. Yeah, for the amount of mana it costs me, the Death Breath is actually a really strong spell. Right. And yeah, my guy being able to kill them in one swipe with his super sword is good as well. Very large skull. I'm guessing.
Haven't we been here before?
No.
By the gods, everything here looks so similar. It's a tease. Oh really? We should never have left. This will be our doom. No. Do you see it? All the cells, they're all empty. And there's blood. Oh no.
You can freak out all you want, dude, but
People in there, just like us. They didn't know their place either, and now they're dead. They've simply dissolved. Because they dared to disobey them.
Oh hey, look, it's Dad! From the very beginning of the game, it's Dad.
By the gods, this is what will happen to us too.
Let's see here. I can also, let's see here. Do a little bit of equilibrium work, and then eat a crusty bread, which will allow me to regenerate health while I'm, you know, not in combat. Ooh, boy. That did a lot of damage. Go ahead and resummon my Vagrant. That's weird. I don't have telekinesis, so I can't grab the key. There's no way in there either. I don't have any lockpicks either. How do they get in there? They just sort of phase through the wall, huh?
This is so wrong and right at the same time.
There we go.
I know we can't escape, but to just have a glimpse outside. The suppressor will understand.
Oh boy.
Oh no, no. Can't you see? We're back where we started. me alone! The Suppressor's punishment. It will be horrible.
Why are you so afraid of the Suppressor? I haven't seen anything.
No, you haven't. Because you're blind. The Suppressor is here, in every single stone, in every bone, in every drop of blood, and yet you are too blind to see it. But I should have known. I mean, what can you expect from someone who has killed his entire family? I followed you because for a brief moment, you made me want to believe, and now you've dragged me into the abyss.
I always
along
forget
with
that,
you.
like, technically speaking, I think in the story, I don't understand. Who are you? A part of me? An illusion?
Of course I'm a part of you, and you are a part of me. Isn't that obvious? But I should have known you wouldn't understand. You're too weak. You always were.
But there must be a way out of
there
here.
isn't. Just look at us. Look at what we are. We are the damned because we are trapped too deeply in the past. And that's why we do not deserve freedom.
I'll just sleep it off. We'll be fine in the morning. Just a quick kip. Okay. Let's get a better look at the space that we're in. I'm gonna disapparate you because you don't need to be in here right now. I'm gonna kill you.
Well, well. So you figured it out? Yes. I am what keeps you in this place. Was it blind rage that made you act, or have you truly understood who I am? Have you understood what drives you and determines your actions? The salt corrodes your skin, and the water filling your lungs is cold. But you still haven't found it, child, have you?
That's creepy. Fucking sleep paralysis demon at the edge of the bed.
Oh, hey. Good to see you awake. How are you feeling?
Where are the others?
Good question. The room was empty when I came here. Actually, that's quite weird now that you mention it. The entire temple seemed kind of deserted. Bit, probably a ceremony or something like that. Now, tell me, how are you holding up? I heard this trial's quite the feat. Apparently some of the novices never wake up again.
Oh yes,
in the temple. The curarium, to be precise. You were brought here when you were traveling with that Ixon guy. I think the others are already awake, but I didn't want to leave you here, so I thought I'd just stay. I mean, hey, you are a keeper of the first sigil now, aren't you? I believe congratulations are in order.
I'm not letting
you
you
shouldn't.
my head.
Do you know why? Because you're pathetic. Simply pathetic.
Yep, this is all fake.
I said you are pathetic. At first, we believed it would be more exciting this time. But now that we've seen the new prophet, our hopes are gone. You're a joke.
A nobody who let his only friend kick the bucket.
As if you'd ever accept that. You humans are always so damn persistent, aren't you? Why? Why can't you just go?
Because in the end, you are powerless, just as all those before you. And you, prophet, you are the biggest joke of all.
You are nothing but an urchin.
A weakling.
And a murderer.
And that is why you will burn. All of you. The cleansing will happen, and there's nothing you can do to stop it.
But you're the ones behind this, aren't you? Why are you doing this? What have we done to you?
What have you done to us? You are so naive. The world is an interplay of cause and effect, and the only logical consequence of your existence is annihilation. That's the way it was, and that's the way it's going to be. But enough of the banter, urchin. We wanted to meet you, and so we did, even though the result is rather sobering. Now wake up. Keep on stumbling through the mist.
I'm glad they didn't take away my talisman. I worked hard on that.
Thank Malphus. I was starting to think I was the only one. How are you? You look exhausted. Of course, sorry. That remark was a little redundant. But it's good to see the Grandmaster was right after all. I woke up just a few hours earlier, and he was here in the meantime. He didn't doubt for a single second that you would make it. But I suppose mutual congratulations are in order. We made it. We passed the trial.
Does that make us keepers now?
Almost, yes. All that is left to do is to take the oath, and then Grandmaster Aranthiel will exalt us to the keepers of the first sigil. Speaking of whom, he also told me some things while you were asleep. About the Pyreans, about these dreams, and of course, about this cycle. This is so bizarre, really. At first we're told out of nowhere that the gods have died, and now humanity is on the brink of extinction. This is a lot to take in.
You're telling me. Best thing that could have happened. Figured. What do you make of all this? This cycle, this
Hard to
cleansing.
say. I never had those dreams the Grandmaster talked about, even though I'm magically gifted. But then again, I always had the feeling that the Red Madness was more than an ordinary disease. Well, I suppose all of this explains a lot. At least now I can understand why the Grandmaster was willing to break all the traditions of the Order just to get you exalted to be a keeper. According to him, most of our battle against the cycle will stand or fall with you.
I wish I could say that the same convinced. I wish I could say that with the same conviction as him. To be honest, I don't really think I've understood all what's happened to me yet.
Yes, I believe that. It's a great responsibility you've been given, and as impressive as your skills are, I would not want to change places with you.
So what's the next step?
As I said, we both have to take the Holy Oath. You should talk to the Grandmaster as soon as you're ready. He's waiting for you in the Emporium.
We both? What about Dunwar?
Right. Dunwar. The apothecary examined him about an hour ago, and it doesn't look good. It's likely that he'll never wake up again. No, in spite of everything. You know, Dunwar was one of those people who tried to gild their insecurity with boastful behavior. The reality is that he was the last of his bloodline, and his faith in the path and his destiny as a keeper were all that he had left. And who knows? Maybe he would have been a great help to the Order with the right guidance. But I guess Master Bartar's revelation was just too much for him. It's hard to be told that everything you've lived for was a lie.
You don't seem too shaken over all this. The depth of the Lifelorn, I mean.
Well, maybe I just don't show it as much. But yes, in a way, you're probably right. I suppose that's mainly due to the fact that to me, as opposed to Dunwar, the Order always stood for an idea. And an idea doesn't die with the one who first thought of it. Funny that the Grandmaster said nearly the same thing during the exaltation. Dunwar would have considered it blasphemy.
You talk about the Lightborn and their ideas as if they wouldn't have cost thousands of lives. They weren't as benevolent as you make them out to be, or... Interesting thought. Speaking of Dunwar, what was that thing the ritual place is all about? He called you a witch.
I knew the question would come eventually. I suppose the answer depends on whether you're in the mood for some gloomy talk. Sooner or later, you'll hear it from someone else anyway, so why not from me first?
I wouldn't have asked if I wasn't interested.
As you wish. Where should I start? Maybe with the fact that I don't remember anything that happened before my 6th winter. I don't know where I was born, and I never got to know my parents.
You don't remember?
I wish I knew. What I do know, though, is that the first memory I have is of waking up in the middle of some village. It was dark, and I felt dizzy and, I don't know, empty? That's probably the best way to describe it. I eventually found the strength to get up and look around, and, well, that's when I realized what was actually going on around me. The entire village. It had been destroyed. There were corpses everywhere. Men, women, children. And the houses had been crushed as if some mad god had rampaged through the streets there. And it had all just happened hours before because the destruction was still fresh. Whatever it was, I didn't have much time to think about it. As soon as I got up, I saw 3 riders coming through the smoke. One of them got off his horse, ran towards one of the corpses, and started screaming something in my direction. Then I felt a blow on the back of my head, and I lost consciousness. By the name of the sun, it's strange to talk about it like this. It's been so long, but the memory feels as if it had happened yesterday.
Figured. Thanks for trusting me with this. It must be hard to talk about.
It's okay. Anyway, it turned out that the riders were men from the village who had gone hunting. They must have observed the whatever it was from the distance and ridden back to the village. At least I think that's how it went. I guess I'll never find out. The reason they thought I was somehow involved is that the village priest found me a couple of days before it happened near a shrine in the wilderness. Apparently, I was wearing torn clothing, and no matter what the apothecary tried, he couldn't wake me up from my comatose sleep. And it seems that made the writers think I was some kind of witch child, or unholy beast, whichever you prefer.
I really thought a 6-year-old child destroyed an entire village?
For you, maybe. For them, as simple people, it was probably the best explanation they had. And think about it, it's not that far off. A motherless child who neither talks nor breathes steadily is found abandoned on the roadside and has a strange mark on her face. They leave to go hunting, and when they come back, they find their village in ruins with that foundling child being the only survivor. You have to admit, it's not that much of a stretch, even if those men hadn't been superstitious farmers.
I see. And these men wanted to do what exactly? Take
Probably.
revenge?
Truth be told, I try not to think about it too much. And actually, it doesn't matter, because I somehow managed to get away before they could do anything. I even made it to Ark all by myself, which didn't turn out to be much of an improvement in the end, because I was pathless.
They brought you into the Undercity, right?
Yes. Thinking about it now, I actually wonder how I made it through my time down there. But maybe that's one of the advantages of being a child. You don't think. You just act. Still, the winters down there were cruel, and if Master Tyrus hadn't found and taken care of me, I probably wouldn't have made it through my 2nd year.
Master Tyrus Keeper adopted you?
Yes, otherwise I would not be here. He saw me, and he knew what he had to do, is how he put it. Of course, the Order wasn't too happy about a pathless child in the Scuola, just as some aren't happy about you being here. But Tyrus was a highly regarded man, and that's why they let it slide.
So he just saw you and decided to adopt you? That sounds too good to be true. Why is the Order so preoccupied about pathless, trying to get into their ranks? Not like we both have our reasons. The Master Tyrus granted you the
Yes, and now I'm here. Well, here we've reached the end of my impressive tale. I hope you liked it.
You're definitely not the fisherman's daughter from the village, I'll give you that. That means Dunwar believes that this story about you being responsible for the destruction of the village is actually true.
He does, yes, and he's not alone in his opinion. One of those hunters recognized me in the market my first year as a novice, and you can imagine that it was easy pickings for those who were already against my presence in the Order. From then on, they added names to the derogatory stares. Demon Child, Witch, whatever they could come up with.
Well, fuck them.
Yes, maybe. You know what's funny? To some extent, I'm glad to be who I am. That way, people just leave me alone, and that gives me more time to focus on what's important, on my goals.
Which would be?
Several. But I'd say that's enough of the gloomy stories, don't you think? There will be plenty of time for chatter in the future. Maybe.
Let's talk later. I should go see the Grandmaster now.
It's already late, but if you want, I can show you the most important places in the temple before you go to the Emporium. What do you think?
That would be
Good.
nice.
Then get your gear from the chest by your bed and we'll go. Well then, let's...
Give me a second. I gotta go ahead and equip all of my old armor again. I'm not gonna walk around this place in a plain tunic without gear on. Go ahead. Continue.
Alright, this is the Sanctum. It's a place of silence and prayer, and also where we'll be exalted later.
This is holy ground, Outlander. You do not belong here.
Hope he knows wherever you look. Where is this supposed to lead?
It's like a joke because pathless and lead. Hey, CPQ. Give me 1 second. My water is empty. I actually drank one of these already just on my own, so I'll be right back. Are. Thank you for keeping me alive.
Okay, I think you've seen this place before. We call this part of the temple the Chronicum, and in here is gathered the knowledge of the Order, written down in books and parchments.
Yep, I've been to that building before.
Plus, all of the experiments and research on artifacts and magic is done here. So it's a place you'll probably see often in the near future. Ah, and just below the Chronicum is the temple smithy. You should go there if you need equipment. Over there, that's the Scuola and the quarters, where both the keepers and the novices live. There's also a training room where everything from swordplay to marksmanship can be trained and taught. You will find some skilled teachers there. Well, I think that's about it. You've already been to the Emporium, and I assume to the Eye of the Gods as well. I suggest you speak to the Grandmaster as soon as you're ready to take the oath.
Fair enough. What will you do?
Myself, probably. Now walk blessed. I will see you soon.
All right. I wonder if I had put my silver sword in my spectral chest, if I could have pulled it out during the dream sequence, or if my spectral chest would have also been empty.
Walk blessed.
Except my enchanting sucks, so my mana regeneration, if I did that, would be nothing. I needed to be in the sanctum, but I somehow need to find my way downstairs and down a long hallway, it seems. Or maybe up. I could need to go upstairs instead. Yep. That's where I need to do. That's what I needed to do.
And you actually believe this could work? It sounds absurd.
I don't believe The mercenary, he might not be the shining knight of Castle Starsound, but he's better than most of your men. I want him, and you will need to convince your true Jesser of it.
Is that so? Very well, I will convince her. You will hear from me.
I hope so.
Prophet, good to see you. How do you feel?
Like a newborn, except for a bloody headache and a pretty messed up journey on into my own mind. Could have killed me. Leave me something like like that again. Okay. Bit beaten up from, let's see here.
You've never been in any danger. If I had doubted your abilities, even to the slightest, I would have never spoken out for you. In any case, all that is left to do now is to recite the oath. Then we will finally deal with the more urgent matters.
What do I have to swear on? The dead gods? My loyalty toward the Order?
None of it. You'll see.
Fine. I'm ready when
The
you are.
ceremony needs a little preparation. 1 day at least. Come back then. Even if it hurts to lose more time, the cleansing approaches. I can feel it. Just this night I had another of the dreams.
What did you see?
People I knew, including you. But these people weren't themselves. There was something else, and it spoke through them. They mocked us and said our struggle against the cycle was pointless.
I had that exact
It
same
was
dream.
Peculiar. I believe that these beings are connected to the cycle. They must be the ones who cause it.
That's interesting. I had the same dream.
You did? That is interesting. It must be related to our roles as emissaries. Maybe there is a connection between us.
Any idea who or what these things are?
Maybe they are demons or magical entities of some kind, but they are different from everything I know. In any case, if they are indeed responsible for the cycle, they are our enemies. That's what matters for now. Come back tomorrow for the ceremony.
Right then. I would like to see. I didn't realize that there was a Emporium basement. I didn't realize there was a forge underneath the I didn't realize there was a forge underneath the records building. I can check that place out and see if they've got any good equipment.
My sir! Wait a moment! Phew. There you are. Here. A letter for you.
Here we go with 10 pennies.
What? Oh. That's very generous of you. Thank you. Safe travels. And may his light guide you.
Every day like the last, part 2. Ah. So that's going to be joining up with, what's his name again? My friend, congratulations for passing the trial. You already know how I feel about the Red Cloaks and their, let's say, superior attitude. But still, it would rob me of my sleep to know that I did not congratulate you in person. Should your holy duties allow it, meet me at the old watchtower at the western gate of Ark. Cordially, Jaspar. Sun Temple, Alchemist, and Magic. Ooh. Armory. Armory. So yeah, there are several locations underneath the main temple ground back here that I can actually access that have their own magic shop and stuff. That's really nice. And I now have a place. I have a place to sleep that isn't just. I have a place to sleep now that isn't just my that I don't have to pay for anymore, which is really nice, as well as access to a bunch of stuff. So I now have a proper base.
Bloody weather.
Why are there people inside the sanctum talking about peaceweed? Like, I guess whatever, but simultaneously, isn't that a bit weird? Oof, this is goes to the Wanderer, the Blade Master, who mastered both one-handed and two-handed weapons. Think what potions I can get my hands on. Is that actual wine? Yes, it is. Can I still take that potion? Whoever's job it is to clean this place does a terrible job. We'll sleep until the morning because I bet I can get some equipment. Dunwar will probably be asleep for the rest of his life. At least that's what I understand. Really? Such a weird place to jump out to have just like go to nowhere.
Pathlessness, wherever you
Walk blessed.
Where is this supposed to lead?
Alright, now that it's the actual morning, I should be able to check out the Magic and Apothecary and the Armory and see if they've got goods that I want.
Sister, walk blessed. Did you hear the new orders from the Grand Master?
I'm not sure. Which ones exactly are you talking about?
May his light guide you.
Novice. This is the Temple Armory. We'll see what they have to outfit me with.
Huh. Do you now? Well, if
Fine
the
leather
let
stuff.
you run around in here, I suppose you have business with
Small
the order.
backpack, steel
So I
boots,
guess there's no
daggers,
harm in
great
trading
sword.
with you. But don't think it'll cost you any less
Crafting
than
books.
somewhere else.
And you've got learning books. They're useful in their own right. You've got spare parts, and you've got some other stuff. But I don't really see anything in your inventory that I would actually, like, say, stands out to me as being particularly worth spending money on. Other than maybe the equipment. The equipment would be nice, but... See, why can't I have some fancy armor like that? Okay. I'm not really in the market to steal a bunch of shit. I do want to check out the Magic and Apothecary shop, though, which is this place right here. Alchemist and Magic shop.
Greetings. You don't seem familiar. You're here for business, I assume. Well then, I am Taurus Flameling, apothecarius by my path. My companion and I work together with the Arcanists here, and we investigate the Red Madness. How may I help you?
That's beyond me.
Does the names Finn and Carbos ring a bell?
Finn and Carbos, of course. Who doesn't know them? An odd duo and completely inseparable. Why do you ask?
I'm not sure how to say this, but they are dead.
How? How do you know that?
They helped me when I washed ashore on the Sun Coast, but our camp was attacked by bandits.
My Malthus, that's... one tragic event after another. Now listen. This question might seem peculiar, but is there any chance you found amulets on them?
What kind of
the
amulets?
emblems of the apothecary. It's a ritual. Whenever one of our members passes away, their amulet will be put in Soldran's halls, as a remembrance, so to speak. They are silver with a violet jewel. Have you found them?
Afraid not.
Damn it. We can't even pay them their last respects. Well, thank you for the message anyway, even if it's a grim one. I'll send a pigeon with the news to the League as soon as possible. That's what I'm here for. Take a look.
Let's see here. You also sell ambrosia, and yeah, it's the same prices as everywhere else. It's just, you know, I can actually buy some stuff, good stuff from you guys. Bug egg. Fire salts, restore mana still, yeah, all that's still the same.
Walk blessed.
Is there a person here that I can actually learn magic from, or is this just... Yeah. I don't know that there's anybody here that I can actually learn magic from. I think all of this is just, enchanting and that. Unless, like, maybe upstairs there's a thing. But I highly doubt it. Is that Godzilla? That's Godzilla. And this is where those guys are staying. Must be nice to have your job literally be downstairs from where you sleep. I have an hour drive whenever I have to go somewhere. I don't want to go that way, though. Yeah, I can be Jaspar. That's, I need to go ahead and have return marked as a, favorited spell. Honestly, Mark and Recall is such a good ability. If you're gonna limit fast travel in a video game, having a Mark and Recall is super important.
Hungry? I've got just what a weary traveler needs.
Only the best and fresh from the Red Sea.
Oh shit. I have to remember.
Let's see here. I assume that's where I need to be going, right? Where does it say? Meet Jaspar at Ark's Watchtower in the evening. Oh, I probably shouldn't have slept then. Oh well.
Huh? Can
And
I help you?
I won't be able to wait either, so I should just go ahead and while I'm here spend the money and get a room. I know I have
Malphas's blessing, and our room's looking for you. Good. We'll open up the room for you. And please,
yeah, whatever.
no shady business.
We walk the righteous path in here and don't want any trouble. Come back.
I gotta sleep for another, like, 10 hours.
Blazes. Sorry. I know. I can't sing.
Yes, you should go to the Whisperwood and see what you can find in the old vault. I'll wait for you.
Keep your chin up.
In my laboratory.
There's Jaspar. I don't know why Jaspar's just sort of chilling, but he is. But I need to meet him by the watchtower in the evening.
My sir, do you have a moment? I think the two of...
Alright, I'm on a mission. I'll see you later.
Walk blessed.
Every time one of them says walk blessed, my brain says smile more. And I blame you, CPQ.
Yes? Monsieur?
Monsieur.
Ah, there you are. Glad you made it. So, how was it? I heard quite some stories about this trial, and was never sure what to make of it.
It was different from what I expected, but how come you're here? But what, didn't you want to be headed to QA?
Yeah, I changed my mind. Come, let's go upstairs. It'll be worth it.
What are you showing me, Jaspar?
There we are. So, wine or pipe?
Wine sounds good.
Termatralian brandy, vintage 8190. A real treasure. Consider it a congratulatory gift for passing the trial. Nothing better than a good pipe and a nice sight to go along with it. It's always sad to see how few people can truly appreciate these things. Anyway, tell me, my friend, what is it that drives you? I've been asking that myself since we met. I mean, it's not like anyone's forcing you to play errand boy for Orenthiel, is there? And with your abilities, you could make a fortune as a mercenary. Not to mention the danger you put yourself in. Securing the excavation site, passing the trial, they certainly haven't been easy on you so far.
I don't know. I guess being a person of importance is a welcome change from my Ostian days. This cleansing is real. We're in it all together. I might as well help to fight. Playing by ear.
So you're taking life as it comes. I like that thought. In any case, it's interesting to see how you've gotten from being a magically gifted refugee to the center of all this. Kind of reminds me of a woman I used to travel with, Alicia. No matter where she went, she always ended up in the eye of the storm.
How'd you end up traveling with her?
We got hired for the same job. Usually I work better on my own, but this partnership was refreshing in every aspect. It felt good to know someone's got your back for a change, especially with the kind of work I do. Which is why we decided to stick together after that first job. And it went great, at least initially. She just cared too much, you know? Yeah, she was a mercenary, but she only ever picked the jobs where she thought she could help people, or at least do no damage. As you can imagine, that doesn't always work out in my profession, and whenever it didn't, she really took it to heart. It was sad, if you think about it, really.
How long did you work together?
That was, let me think, about 3 years. Yeah, we went to Araziel, Kira, Arkwend. And one time we even fought a group of petrified on Millet. She fought as ardently as she lived. I don't know how I would have survived that fight without her.
You wanted to help. Why did you become a mercenary? Have you split up?
Well, we were simply too different. I guess that's what it comes down to. Let's face it, I'm a pathetic white knight, and an even worse world savior. Alicia and I, we were just bound to clash. We were lovers, then friends, then lovers again, and so on and so forth.
I'm sure I was standing in your way.
That was just too much for me. Too extreme. Too absorbing.
You wanted something serious. Love.
Love as she defined it, yeah. Had it been for her, we would have married after that first night.
And what was it that you wanted?
That's a long story. Not one that puts me in a favorable light. At least if you're like most people. Let's save that for another time.
You split up.
Split up. Yeah, that's one way to put it. But anyway, enough about me. What about you? Has there ever been someone in your life? Or have you always been the lone wolf?
Am I seeing a subtext here? Not that I mind. Maybe, maybe not.
That's my line. I, for one, have had enough drama to last me a lifetime. Sex is fine, but I guess I'm just not naive enough for anything else anymore. Love, love, love. People have such wrong-headed expectations, really. Sometimes I think it would help us all to finally admit that there isn't that much that separates us from the apes. Anyway, why don't you tell me a little more about this trial?
You could just
I
call
heard
yourself
you
a
passed it
romantic.
together
It's
with
a
that
thing.
quiet girl, Kalia. What's she like? I've heard some stories about her.
Sorry, I'm not gonna fuck Jaspar.
It's just life, I think. There comes a point when you've done all you can. My. We've certainly lost track of time, haven't we? I really need to hit the hay for a couple hours now. I'll have to go look for some new work tomorrow. And I've heard about a nobleman who's looking for a sellsword. That is, if Arenthiel or old Bushybeard doesn't have a new job for me by then. Say what you want about them. Their pay is beyond generous. I'll see you around, my friend.
Got some experience for that. I like Jaspar. I'm not gonna fuck him. Hanging out, dude. See you later. Just chilling. Just straight vibing. Alright, I think that's going to be where I end it for now, because it's about 12 o'clock. And I still need to shower. I haven't showered yet. Thank you, everybody who came out to today's stream. I know this was I don't know what the gauge is on people's interest in this. I'm having a lot of fun, so I'll probably continue playing it.
Do you have a moment? I think
chances are, I don't know what the actual, like, interest in this is if I try to continue it. We're probably going to switch back out to VR Skyrim next week. And if I don't really, like, if nobody really says that they're, like, super interested in me continuing this, I probably won't on the channel, but I'm going to play it on my own. But anyway, thank you for those who did come out and watch these last couple of streams. They've been a lot of fun for me. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. I've been Paladinol. This has been Enderal. And as always, I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.